Hello everyone. I don't think I've much internet left, guys, but I'll drive until I've none left. I'll drive until I run out. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Breathless, just by walking that way, short distance. Well, that was quite interesting tonight. So it was. I can't even remember what Space News was, so I'll tell you about the wee guy. Oh, excuse me. It was a guy for the Stirling Astronomical Club thing. And he was talking about total eclipses that he's been to, what was it, 3 or 4? He's been to total eclipses. He just travels about. He must have won quite a lot of money to be doing that. Right, so he was talking about, like, he'd been to a total eclipse in Turkey, and then there was one in France, and then there was the one in Wyoming that had been. The one in Wyoming was in 2017, so he was talking about all of that. He was showing us his holiday pictures. I was a bit jealous, I'm not even going to lie, they looked great. Him and his family had got a RV, right, an RV, and they went from Canada all the way down to Wyoming, and they set up camp on the Jackson River or something like that in Wyoming in 2017. So he was showing us all the pictures. It looked beautiful, by the way. So he was showing us the geysers as well, like all the geysers and stuff like that. And then he was showing us about the total eclipse everybody was looking at and stuff. Oh, wait a minute, I get around here. So afterwards he was asking, does anybody get any questions? So I had a question tonight, look at me. I had a question tonight. Any questions? I had my wee hand up. I was like, me, I've got a question. I wanted to know, during the eclipses, the total eclipses, did you notice anything different with the, like, wildlife and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And he said yes. He says in Turkey it was, what was it in Turkey? The crickets. In France it was the bullfrogs, and in Wyoming it was the, what are they dogs called? The wild dogs? Coyotes all started howling and stuff like that when the total eclipse happened. That's cool, isn't it? They must have been like, what the hell? These coyotes must have been like, what's going on? But he was showing us all his wee family and everything like that, all splashing about in the river and things. I was like, that looks a great bloody holiday. Big RV he was in. Lucky man. So the next one is in Offroad down. I think it's next year. And again, it's in Turkey. It's in Turkey again. Or you can see it from, if anybody's in Texas. If anybody's in Texas, you'll be able to see a solar eclipse. Because there's only a tiny wee band that people can actually see the eclipse, like the full eclipse kind of thing. I've seen a few partial eclipses, but I've never seen a total eclipse. But oh, this man goes about on holiday to see that. No, that's great, isn't it? Imagine if he had the cash to do that. Oh, where's the eclipse happening this year? We're off ski. So space news, what were we talking about space news? Oh, aye. we were talking about that the European Space Agency, right, them and Russia, like before all this war and that started, were in a joint project to make another Mars rover. And this Mars rover was going to go up and land on Mars and take lots of test tube samples, the Martian soil and whatnot. And then it goes out of this wee machine and it puts in all these wee test tubes that it's just collected into this machine. And then the machine launches a wee rocket on Mars up into the atmosphere and on its way home to Earth. And then it comes home to us and then we can open the wee rocket and get all these actual samples from the Martian dust. But since they've had fallout, I'm going to conquer internet. I can see warning signs all happening on my phone. So I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just too expensive to keep getting internet. But so anyway, I'll have lots to talk about tomorrow. I'll just leave it going, but we will conk out shortly. I wish I could get like internet that unlimited, but I can't get it on my bloody phone. It's a nightmare. We'll see how long I can go anyway. But his pictures were great. I was like, God, can I bring in my pictures next week? Oh, do you know I'm not there next week or the week after that, so there's that bus stop's in the middle of nowhere there. Did you see that? There's no space club next week or the week after for the Easter holidays, so see if I wouldn't have went tonight, I'd have arrived there next week and thought, where is everybody? I'd have been there myself. Well, I'd have been with you, so I'd be with good company. When I go in, I'm going to have a cup of coffee, take my makeup off, get into my nice pyjamas, and then I'll be up about 4 in the morning to do my makeup video, which I'm excited about because I didn't get to do one last week. And I love, love, love doing my makeup videos. Love it. Makes me happy putting makeup on yous. Although yous don't need makeup, yous are all beautiful without it, but I like putting it on yous, so that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And then tomorrow's my flavouring day. I'll need to go and get electricity as well. Listen, it's just, I don't know, I'm going to need to walk the streets at night or something like that. I'm scared. I need to get electricity. Do you know, the wee guy that was speaking had a silk tie on that had moons and stars and planets and all that on it. And I says to him, I've got socks that would match that tie. I've got astronaut socks. I've not got them on tonight, but I have got them. He says he had two of these. He got them in London. Ooh. He got these silk ties. Oh, dearie dear. You know what I mean? I don't own anything silk. I don't own anything silk, but he's got a lovely silk tie. It's a beauty. He says actually this place in London, obviously they do specialist ties and stuff, and his son or son-in-law likes to do hill walking, and he got a tie that had like hill walking people on it. There's the blue lights in the distance, the blue lights of home. That's where we're heading. The blue lights are my house. Well, not my house, right next to my house. Oh, it was good just getting out the night, do you know that? I was saying to some of the people, I was in hospital, so I was, and they were saying, you should maybe have not came and just recuperated, and I was like, look, I couldn't wait to come out. I couldn't wait to get out. Doing alright, we're still on internet wise. I thought we'd have I was getting warning signs, warning, flashing up on my phone. That's good, maybe we will make it home after all. What else were we talking about space news-wise? Trying to think. Oh, we were talking about the sun again. We were talking about like the sun's activity and stuff like that. How now it's not really that active, but it comes and goes. So we were looking at sunspots and stuff like that, and solar flares and plasma things and stuff. See, I'm great. I'd be a great teacher. Aye, the plasma things in the sun. Aye, they plasma things. At least I know that it's plasma, so some of it's rubbing off. But the man's pictures look great. He was, as I say, he was at the geysers, the Old Faithful. He was at that one with his family, and he was at other ones that look beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Yellowstone for more about the wildlife for me, because I'd like to see the bison, and I'd like to see like the wolves and stuff like that. I'd like to see all of that kind of thing. But aye, the geysers would be alright too, but I know they're smelly. Did you see an ambulance going by me there? That was me bloody last Monday, wasn't it? I know it smells like rotten eggs, the sulphur. My mum and dad, I think it was in Turkey they were, or Greece. It was either Turkey or Greece, and they were on a volcano. And oh God, please repeat. There's bloody. Did you hear my bloody car chiming in there? I never said anything to your car. Sometimes she just kicks off my car. My mum and dad were on a kind of volcanic place anyway, and they said it was like really eggy. They said it smelled really, really eggy. See, sometimes my car just chirps in. It's like Alexa in the house. All of a sudden she go, I don't know that one. I'm going, Alexa, shut up, I never asked you anything. It's usually on a Saturday, mind you. It's usually on a Saturday when I've had a few beverages, you know, and I'm not the clearest. And Alexa's going, sorry, I don't know that one. I'm going, Alexa, you played that song last week. Happy me the more, happy days. I'm really tired. Dead tired. My tummy's round. There we go. There we are. I'm dead tired. I have been tired though. I think it's just not been well. It's just knocked it right out of me. But that was a bit breathless there getting back to the car. I think that was my limit of walking actually. I don't think I could have walked much further than that. So I don't know what palette I'm using on these tomorrow. Oh, I do. Do you know what I'm going to do at Easter? As I'm going to use some of the eggies tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to use eggies and rabbits. Bunnies and eggs. That's what you're going to get tomorrow. And some of them are beautiful palettes. It's Makeup Revolution's eggs and bunny rabbits. So we'll do that tomorrow. It'll be an Easter makeover. We'll maybe do some yellows and blues and stuff. Maybe something like that. Lilac or lavender and yellow or something. We'll do something like that. Something springy. We'll do something springy tomorrow. That's what we'll do. That's our plan. Oh God, there's that wee dog. There's a wee white dog here, and it gets away from his owners now and again. And it's right there. It better not been shitting in my grass. It probably was. It's right across the road for me. It just runs about too. I don't like that. There we go. Oh! Well, guys, thank you for keeping me company tonight. And I will see you all tomorrow for my live stream, and I'll have videos done for you and everything back to normal. And I'm going to give you a big kissy now. Bye, everyone.